you know, the soft flooring next to it. It is possible with Exkyros. You just need to be really precise.
And that's not what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he's trying to get the claw.
He's getting the claw. He's baiting the claw there as Doki baits another player. That's twice. He is using that single camera on that stairs and biting in. An unfun fact, can't find the third as he's finally put down by Cons, but 40 seconds left here. And this is when we highlight this slower approach, a bit of a panic shot. And the unfun fact is NIP, both majors they've been at, they've lost their opening game. They struggle to get into tournaments. They've struggled to get into the first round of this so far, and it's a much longer series, a best of 3 they'll be playing through. We have a lot of siege in this showdown ahead of us, but G2, they're making sure they're just as uncomfortable here on their home territory as they've been in NA and in EU.
Being down is basically a guaranteed death at that point.
I think he was sort of like, I can die this way, or I can die this way. But this way I might get a kill. It's throwing yourself out a back window. There's Uno. Oh, if he had stayed crouched, he might have been able to get himself out of there. A very, very quick take back, but look at the time. They have a big man advantage, but there's still 2 players to get rid of inside. Doki is the Solus. If they get underneath, there's a lot of soft there. There's the first fight. It goes into the favor of Alamau. 2 versus 3, 15 seconds. The Echo drone is quick swap to it. Wizard into the default plant spot with Doki getting one more. He's underneath, rotating his way up towards the top of red. They're going to swing this together, the 2 versus 2, as they get back up, but now it's a 2 versus 1. There's the swing from Doki! And G2, your reigning SI champions.
Diffuser dropped as well as Doki finds Cons. Only Pino and Muzi left now to try and salvage this round. Make that only Muzi. He finds himself outside. He's holding the stairs rotation. Hasn't found any success so far. 30 seconds. Might just let that run out. Use this as another timeout.
What had G2 prepared on Clubhouse? Why have G2 hidden this map from any international major tournament for as long as they have? I mean, they are sort of demonstrating a great performance here against NIP. This is the one team, as I said before, NIP hadn't fought against throughout the group stages, throughout the majors this year. The one team that, to be fair, they haven't played technically as an org versus an org. I think the last time these orgs met, which was obviously very different rosters, was back in Mexico. Oh, he's getting the close wall open. Muzi might go for the rotate as the Kiba barricade. Yep, there it is. Gets the construction back on the window.
Now, Uno in a very important spot here with that mirror window. They just try to take it out with the Exkyros. Pino, quick jump in, quick back out again. But those Exkyros have been taken care of. And as long as Virtue plays below, there's also no pressure coming in from the red stairs. So that is definitely something they're trying to do. But Virtue gets taken down. And now an advantage here for NIP. They're trying to take out the actual staircase player here. C4 comes in. Will actually get the kill before the gunfight comes through. Muzi up to the garage stairs as Pino will find the kill into red.
Pino gets onto Uno. Muzi has gone down. It's a 1 versus 1. And Benja's been in this situation before. How did it end? With a Benja round. How did it end? With a Benja round.
Holding the walkout there, and Alamau, as he drones himself, needs to get off quickly. He's both on 1 HP right now. A single shot is enough to kill either of them. The flashbang comes in and the rotate out as well from Cons, who drops eventually, and that means the diffuser can now be recovered by the side of G2 with Benja now being able to support on Psycho as well.
Psycho needs to hold on here. A huge historied player caught and blinded in the middle, gets Benja and pops round to see if he can try and get Alamau down. As you said, a sliver of health. 30 seconds, all the pings are coming through. The blind as well. They hit the rotate just in time and get themselves off towards the side of blue. Alamau, he's going to see if he can stick it behind the bomb chassis. He might not know about the rotate. There it is. The swing of the impact. He's not seen him slip through on towards blue. Oh, maybe he's just got the read spraying against everything and hoping for the catch. There's the ping on the player. There's Alamau trying to get it on the back of the hot. He baits the plant, but it is Psycho!
How about Muzi being on the rafters as well, and it's being forced off as Pino drops by Alamau.
Alamau gets Pino, and as I said, this is a setup that you're going to take these rafters on, and this is a rafters take if I've seen them 2 bodies, but we have seen teams have a 5 versus 3 and lose it before. There's the scrap and the blind, the bite right on to the second story. Cons and Psycho. Only 2 bodies left remaining, and Psycho is feeling a little bit frisky here for the close-range firefight. Do they know about his position? They don't seem to have the immediate read, but now they sure do. The spray from the 2 stories, 56 seconds. He just wants to get the lead in, but Virtue has the back end. Cons with a C4 in pocket. And a great SMG in front of him. He's looking to just hold them off for as long as he can. Find a single fight as the Beast scream up the back end of red. Uno gets it. Virtue gets it. And G2. Oh, looks for the fight and wins it. Covered by the audio. Benja's able to get one. And as I said, it's going to be short, start, and sharp and sweet. They break their through into their way right into the site itself. Alamau's going to go for the plant behind the hard wall. They have control of the site itself. I said the standard take is on the back end. That's what they were prepared to try and defend against. But here, a post plant. They've got control of the windows of the site. They've got a Blackbeard to put on a window as well. And I mean, this has really been a smash and grab take. Alamau gets the lockdown with, as I said, the Blackbeard in that role. Pino has to try and rotate up a stair set and make all the noise in the world because they left the barbed wire solid. They then have that. As the attackers, the barbed wire makes noise for whoever passes through it.
Systematically cleared out. They know about the player that's in Drum Muzi falling back again, so more space opens up. That means that they can move in freely there.
Note as well, as I break my way through and they break across, it's taken a minute to get to this point. The site is obviously down below. They're just steadily clearing as much as they can. They're about to maybe be swung on. No, they pulled away from Gold, and Doki, he was so concerned about the pressure being put on them because he knows that's how they lost someone in the round before. Pino not too far away from the fight. Con's even closer. Does he know about Doki? No is the answer. He's able to get himself a second victory. There's the fight right back through the door though. Muzi leading an important charge here and making sure that he can grab the reins of NIP and saying it's not over until it's over. There, Pino in this 1 versus 4 situation gets the first, cannot get the next. In an intricate network. As soon as the first was pulled, suddenly all of them were in a position to swing onto the second and the third. Beautiful read on that defense.
Yeah, for sure, but it was not just like 1v1s in separate positions, but also being ready to support one another.
Oh, it was
you saw it there on the run out. You see one in terrace, you see one right next to the bar, one gets shot, the other one swings, and that way you can actually find yourself in the advantage in most of those situations. So it looks like we might actually head towards a flawless round here from the side of NIP. As there comes the repel. Uno, not able to get the kill quite yet in the first attempt. He's going down to about 1 HP. And that runouts might soon follow as well by the side of NIP.
I mean, there it is, a flawless out. The plant still has to go down. The kit still has to go down. They've lost his position before, and it's getting kind of dangerous, kind of dicey here with 30 seconds left.
There's still really no control coming through from the side of NIP. They have the bottom floor, but what does that give you? Well, a lot of verticalities you have to worry about currently as Doki is putting down some shots, and it looks like they might want to go from the exhibition wall as well, but it's being held off by Benja right now, playing right behind that bomb chassis. A jump in from Samurai as well must be the saving grace for the side of NIP, but Benja's out there. We'll find the very first spots a player onto the wall as well, which he does take down. You know, with a team kill onto Doki, makes it very chaotic in these last 3 seconds.
I mean, even with all of the take and all of the pressure underneath, the fact that Benja was able to stay where he was. With Psycho going for the quick pace, the Candela's on the back of it, the zip inside doesn't quite net Psycho the rest of it, and with the C4 and Virtue, suddenly the tide has shifted. The round was in a good bit of control from the quick pacey play of NIP and the quick take, and with Virtue just drifting on by, Cons is left with the kit in pocket, with the gun in hand, but not much else other than a lot of time here in the 1 versus 3.
Big difference in how NIP approached this round in the attack compared to how G2 did. G2 wanted to go horizontal, wanted to take that site under control, whereas NIP really focused on getting the top floor. Not that it seems to be working out too much here. Gonna die by the goo mine eventually.
In Clubhouse, NIP, Wizard and Cons were able to win it out. Yes, they're on the sort of pressure position. It was a very different angled game, but here the pressure is still hot. You are still 1 round away. Can they try and double down, get themselves a little bit more of that momentum as the new blood, the fresh players onto this team, some of the only ones that aren't holding hammers previously in this lobby. 30 seconds left. And they're slowly just picking their way apart here from the back of Drum. Gold is going to get opened up. They just want to sort of tuck in, but the C4 tucks them right back out. And Wizard, a huge map, a huge game so far, pushes the blind, dives right up, but it's a crossfire from G2. It's a 2-0 from G2, and your reigning SI champions open up